Opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford and ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford and Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
Today tastes like a home game, like a huddle. Tastes like we're bringing the heat, and like a front row seat. Today tastes like we're a team, and it never tasted this good.
When I came back to school this year, I brought my bank with me, and the student checking account at First American National Bank was perfect for me. No monthly fees and no minimum balance, and I can manage my money right from the app. I can do all my banking with text messaging if I want, and I can deposit a check just by taking a photo. It's that easy at FAMB.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
My bank followed me to college.
I took my bank to college with me.
I took my bank to college with me.
It's that easy at First American National Bank.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford and Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set for the nightcap here in Fulton, as ICC getting set to take on Mississippi Delta. Lady Indians, well, they started strong. They win a 72-40 win over Columbia State. And Jim, I know you got some of those Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works starting lineups there for both teams. Let's go ahead and look at those while we have the chance.
Thank you, Adam. Starting tonight for the Delta Trojans, number 0, Keandra Hampton, a 6'1" freshman guard from Tupelo, Mississippi, nearby. Number 2, Jerron Jones, a 6'1" guard from Chicago, Illinois. Number 4, Richard Jackson, a 6'1" guard from Starkville, Mississippi. Number 13, Latrell Vance, 6'3" freshman guard from Ripley, Mississippi. And rounding out the starting lineup is Jeremiah Foster, a 6'4" sophomore for Clinton, Mississippi. Starting for your ICC Indians tonight, and we've got a lot of freshmen players,
yes,
Adam. We've talked about a lot of freshmen on the ladies' team. There's a lot of freshmen, I think, on the men's team. I think they have 10 freshmen on the men's team.
Yes, only 3 sophomores.
Josh Lee, 6'3" freshman from Canton Hartville Academy starting. Kobe Harris, 6'3" freshman from Spanish Fort, Alabama. Number 12, Jordan Marshall, a 6'4" freshman from Jackson, Mississippi, Forest Hill High School. Number 24, Eddie Page, a 6'8" forward from Atlanta, Georgia. And the only sophomore returning player, 6'6", from Pontotoc, Mississippi, Rock Robinson. And, of course, our team is led by head coach Grant Pate. 2 new assistants, Darian Wilson and Jacob Hazlett, bringing a lot of energy. Looking forward to the start of the season.
Of course, we'll hear more from those assistant coaches at halftime. If you'd like to see those interviews, those are available in their entirety on our YouTube page. Just simply search Let's Go ICC on YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel while you're there. If you have to step away from your computer, you can follow us online or on social media at Let's Go ICC for updates throughout the game. We're going to take one more time out and come back with that First American National Bank opening tip here from Fulton. It's ICC Mississippi Delta here in the season opener for your Indians.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
They say Diet Coke is a mom's drink. Well, you copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music. Now, copy her drink. Drink what your mama gave you.
Today tastes like staying in. And it never tasted this good.
First American offers online and mobile banking features to make your banking experience easy and safe. Activate or deactivate your debit card as needed, attach images to your transactions, apply travel notices to your account, and make person-to-person payments. You can even set up text alerts to guard against unauthorized spending or just to monitor your account balance. The best part is that you can bank anytime, anywhere.
At First American National Bank, get that hometown feel, the high-tech touch.
Want to make a good living? Come learn a skill at Max Home. Upholstery trainees start at $15.50 an hour. Our upholsterers average $23 an hour and can make above $28 an hour on production. We're also offering a $500 sign-on bonus to experienced upholsterers. Max Home is hiring for all positions and is willing to train quality people. Max Home makes all their custom-built products in the USA. Join the best, train with the best, be the best. Max Home, Bolton, Mississippi, and Max Home, Sulligent, Alabama.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Just moments away from that First American National Bank opening tip here between ICC and Mississippi Delta. This is not a conference game. I do believe it may count towards the region, though, however. We do want to remind you of another one of our sponsors. That's TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy. When you're creating your plan to buy your first home, or maybe you're ready to make a move to your forever home or your summer home like Mr. Jim has out on the coast, call TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy at 842-3844. That's 842-3844 to discuss your next move. ICC will control the opening tip. And we've got a foul right away here on the Trojans. Well, they do have an interim head coach this year.
He's already fired up.
He is very fired up across the way. It is not Derek Fears as listed on the roster there, but it is a interim head coach. As ICC in the white and the Trojans in red, they forced the turnover. Quick three-pointer on its way. That one good. Buried that time by number 4. That was Richard Jackson. And Delta takes a 3-0 advantage. They are all about the press right now. ICC handles it, drops it underneath, looking to go up for the layup. Nothing there, and they just get it out of that trap. Robinson has it. Now leaves it back inside, and again trapping the ball, and that's going to be a jump ball. And I tell you what, Mr. Jim, boy, this Delta team is loaded with energy early. They're trapping the ball every opportunity they get.
You're right, Adam. Of course, first game of the year for both teams. Delta coming out very aggressive, we got to meet their aggression and surpass it. 3-0, Delta up. Of course, you play 20-minute quarters in ICC men's basketball. 19 minutes left in the first half, 20-minute halves.
And there's Rock Robinson with the steal on the defensive end. ICC looking for their first points of the season. Rock with it. He's bumped. No call. It kind of opens up for him. Tries to go with the bounce pass. A kickball is going to be called. And it will go to the baseline to the Indians. Well, Jim, again, the crowd continuing to file in here. A outstanding opening night for ICC basketball. You would hope to see them come away with a pair of wins, but one thing for sure, this has been one of the biggest crowds we've seen in quite a while here at a basketball game.
Super crowd to start the season here on November 1st. Appreciate our people coming out tonight.
Another three-pointer on its way. That one good. Knocked down. Nothing but the bottom of the net by Jones. And ICC needs a quick timeout. 6-0 Delta with the lead. Let's take the timeout with them and be back with more right after this.
Roger, we've located it. The Call of Duty Combo. Little Caesar slices and sticks and a 20-ounce Mountain Dew. Mission deliciously accomplished. Unlock dual double XP with the Call of Duty Combo or Mountain Dew at Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza. Matthew, Little Caesars is now the official pizza of the NFL.
Let's hear it.
Pizza, pizza.
Again.
Pizza, pizza.
Pizza, pizza. No!
Pizza, pizza!
We're ready!
Enjoy game day with the Fanceroni Pepperoni with over 100 Old World pepperonis.
Pizza, pizza.
And welcome back out of the timeout. ICC trailing this one 6-0 after a pair of three-pointers by Delta to start the contest. And boy, I tell you what, Delta's in your hip pocket defensively, Jim. They've caused the Indians a lot of problems to start the contest.
And no doubt, and he came out 2 for 2 from three-point land, so they've been very aggressive. Outplaying us here early in the ball game. We've just played a minute and a half, 18:31 left in the first half, 6-0 Delta Trojans.
Looks like shot clock may have come unplugged after a player kind of went underneath there that last time and kind of unplugged it by mistake there as they're going to try to get it reset.
Adam, I've got an announcement if you'll just give me a quick minute. You're still a young man, but there's a rumor going around. I heard from Little Birdie that tonight, for Adam Gore, this is his 3,000th athletic broadcast in a variety of sports. Is that true, sir?
It is.
That is a tremendous accomplishment. Congratulations, Adam Gore.
I appreciate that. I know the Little Birdie that told you that, so I have to kind of get up with him on that one as there's a quick shot put up and in and good off the turnover. That's Vance with the basket. 8-0 Delta with the lead. And there's another turnover. But ICC able to get it back, and then there's going to be a foul on the Trojans. Yes, Mr. Jim, I have been very blessed throughout my career to work with a lot of great individuals such as yourself over those 3,000 games.
And you're still a young man. That is a tremendous accomplishment. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. As ICC trailing this one 8-0 after that foul called on the Trojans. Their second foul. ICC getting some substitutions in right now, trying to find a five that will work here for the Indians, as it looks like a fresh five on the floor here for ICC. Is it's going to be 0 Chris Minton into the contest. You've got number 10, that's Marshall. Number 11, Pearson. You've got 14, Webb, and 23, Mack, all on the floor here for the Indians. And he's going to step out of bounds as he makes the drive to the basket. And, Jim, a lot like the women's game, a struggle out of the gate here for ICC. Unfortunately, unlike the women's game, Delta isn't struggling to start.
Yeah, Delta is scoring. They're up 8-0. They got the ball. We've only played 2 minutes. The men just need to settle down. First game of the year.
Step back three on its way off the mark, no good. Rebound being fought for, tipped around, and eventually found by the Indians. Up the floor they go, and that one's going to be lost out of bounds, and they're going to ask who it goes to, and it's going to stay with the Indians. Well, they were trying to find Ladarius Mack on the break that time, but the ball slapped away by the Trojans.
And Mack is your 6'5 freshman from Hinesville, Georgia. A lot of freshmen we mentioned playing tonight for the Indians.
The Indians got to get it in bounds before the 5-second count. They just do. Inside the paint they go with it. Looking to go inside out. 3-point shot on its way. That one off the mark, no good. And the rebound ripped down there by Delta. Trojans, as much pressure as they give you on defense, they're going to up the tempo on offense as well. 3-point basket on its way. That one good. It's raining in Fulton.
They're hot.
as Jones knocks down his second three-pointer of the game. And ICC needs a basket this trip down the floor in some kind of way.
11-0. Delta Trojans up on your ICC Indians. We played 3 minutes in the first half.
Three-point basket from the Indians.
There we go.
Yes. Big basket knocked down there for the Indians as Pearson with the first points of the season. A big one there to stop a little bit of that bleeding for the Indians. Air ball, but the loose ball fouled by Delta, but eventually taken away by the Indians, and ouch. That was a hard hit there. I saw Coach Sean Cannon here earlier. Maybe one of those, he was like, hey, I need to sign that guy up at linebacker.
We need to get him in trouble because that's Jones. He's hit 2 threes to start the game. His first foul of the ball game.
Third team foul whistled here. He will check out of the contest. ICC trailing this one 11-3 after a blistering start by Delta and a lackluster start, if you will, by the Indians.
I think it's a good move. Your first 5 was struggling. Yeah, first game of the year, you just take them all out, put 5 new players in, see if we can get some energy.
So the Indians with the basketball as a dangerous pass there. ICC gets it back up top to Minton. Minton works it over now to the left side. Will get it back. Working against a 3-2 zone here. Goes inside. Ball was slapped away. Indians get it back, and the layup is good. Nice job there, as that was number 14, Webb, able to fight that one through and get through some traffic and get the basket. ICC battling back in this one.
Webb is your freshman, 6'10", listed 6'10", from Olive Branch, played at Tennessee Prep Academy.
And that shot is up, in, and good.
That's Hampton from Tupelo. He got his first 2 of the ball game on a layup. 13-5, Delta Trojans over the men.
The Indians quickly work it inside. Floater from the key is no good. Rebound being fought for. Still loose on the floor, and somehow Delta comes away with it. The ball just had a magnet, if you will, in the hands. And now Delta quickly down the other end of the floor. This shot is up, no good. Rebound, extra pass, and a beautiful one. Layup is good there by Foster. Lead is 10. Do you know who this Delta team, their style of play reminds me of? The 90s Kentucky team.
No doubt about it.
Where it's either a 3 or a layup, and then they just give you absolute heck on the defensive side of the floor. Nice extra pass! And the jam! That's the shot in the arm the Indians were looking for.
Get this crowd into it.
Webb throws it down. Delta's down on the other end. That shot is off the mark, no good. Rebound loose on the floor. Delta somehow comes away with it, and they get the layup on the other end, as that was Foster with the big answer there.
17-7, Delta up by 10.
3-point baskets off the mark, no good.
14:45 left in the first half.
Well, that got the crowd on their feet, but ICC unable to capitalize on it. That shot is off the mark. No good now. ICC looking to get out and run. Wanting to go one-on-one, drops it inside, extra pass. That layup is no good. Spot up 3 for the Indians. That one no good, and no white shirts on the inside to rebound there. Probably one of those that Marshall a little too unselfish with. Should have took the layup on his own on the initial try. So Delta with the basketball. ICC extending the man-to-man defense. Trying to run off the screen, getting the switch, looking for the mismatch. 3-point basket on its way off the mark, no. Rebound lost out of bounds by the Trojans. Rock Robinson will re-enter here for the Indians. 17-7, ICC needs to get a little bit of a run going here, Jim.
No doubt about it, Adam. Give Delta credit. First 6 minutes of the half, they're up 17-7. A lot of energy.
Eddie Page, one of the original starters, along with Robinson re-checking into the contest here for ICC. So it's like you got to stop in action again here. It's like Webb maybe starting to cramp a little bit as he came to the sideline, and Delta getting in a late sub here. And now we're going to get to play basketball. Marshall with the basketball now gives it up. ICC working a little bit more patient against the press now. Over to Robinson. Robinson driving baseline. Floater in the paint, no. Rebound being fought for between 2 Indians, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by ICC. Well, good job that time being a little bit more patient against the press, allowing them to come to you before you make the pass that you're looking for. And now Delta wants to drive inside. Layup is off the mark, no good. Rock Robinson rips the rebound. Now ICC wanting to get out and run. Marshall kicks it out. Eyes, tries, can't buy the three. And Rock chases down the rebound.
Great effort.
And they're going to reward him for the effort. And he makes them pay. Love it there, Jim. You pass up on the three on your own. The guy that makes the hustled effort to get the ball back in bounds gets rewarded and buries the three, but there is another shot knocked down. That was Council of Delta, and every time ICC gets something going, the Trojans have an answer. 19-10, inside 13 minutes to go until halftime. Three-point basket on its way. That one off the mark, no good. Rebound tipped, and still being fought for, and Delta will corral it. Trojans quickly kick it out. They want a three. It's on its way. That one good. That's Duckworth with the three, and I tell you what, Delta, they don't hesitate on putting shots up.
They don't. Biggest lead of the night for Delta, 22-10. 12 and a half minutes left in the first half.
Underneath they go. Layup is good. Pearson with the layup and a big basket there to keep the Indians in striking distance. Now here comes a quick three on the other end. That one's off the mark, no good. And ICC with the rebound. This is turning into a track race. Inside out they go. Thought about the three. Ball fakes on it. Drives inside. Smart decision. And a great job there by Mitten to get the defense in the air and finish around the basket. And ICC now has cut the lead inside 10.
Mitten's your 5'11 freshman for Indianola Gentry High School.
Delta. Jumper from the key is off the mark, no. Rebounds being tipped around. Trojans find it. Three-pointer from the corner. That one off the mark, no. And the rebound inhaled that time by Page. Indians currently on a 4-0 run. Trying to add to that here. Drive inside. Layup, yes! Here come the Indians. They've cut what once a 12-point advantage down to 6. As it's 22-16. And Delta needs a timeout. We're going to take the timeout with them and be back with more right after this here on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back out of the timeout, ladies and gentlemen. The Davis Event Center, it's a rocking tonight, Jim, and we've got an exciting one going here. ICC trailing as much as 22-10 on the middle of a 6-0 run right now to make it a 6-point contest after trailing by 12.
I agree, Adam. They settled down, playing better defense, making some shots now. We're only down by 6. 11 minutes, 10 seconds left in the first half.
NBA range three, well off the mark, no good. The Indians collect the rebound. ICC wanting to get out and run again, looking to go backdoor with it, nothing there. Kick it out, the jumper is on its way, and it's going to be a blocking foul called as the defender was inside the arch is what they're going to say. Unfortunately for the Indians, it takes points off the board, though.
I'm not sure I agree with that call.
I'm going to agree with you, Jim.
I believe it was charging on the Indians. Hey, we'll take it, though.
So a break there for ICC as they'll have the ball on the baseline. 11:04 to go until halftime. We'll lob this one in. Page looking to go to work. Try to kick it out that time, but take it away. Nice defense by Delta. Now here come the Trojans. Long two on its way. Short, no good. Rebound tipped out. Delta keeps it alive. Now kicks it out to the outside for a three from the corner. That one's off the mark, no good. Another offensive rebound by the Trojans. That shot blocked. Loose on the floor, and Delta gets it again. Step back three. That one off the mark, no. Fifth time is a charm. My goodness.
Give them credit for hitting the board, Adam.
And you're exactly right on that one, Jim. That's all you can do there is tip your hat and say, you guys beat us on that one. Big bucket there to stop a little bit of that bleeding for the Trojans. There's a trap on the wing. ICC, dangerous pass somehow. Gets that one away. Little hook shot. No, but there's the jam.
Eddie Page, 6'4", freshman, 6'8", from Atlanta, Georgia.
And there's a nice drive to the basket again. ICC sees Delta with an answer, as that was Jackson getting the defender in the air and finishing strong around the basket. 24-18 inside, 10 minutes to play now until halftime. Ball loose on the floor, still loose. It's going to be a jump ball. And we'll see which direction this one will head. I believe it should be in favor of ICC.
Adam, you make a great point on a team that shoots three-pointers. You're thinking, well, they don't get any rebounds. If you miss a three-pointer, it's usually a rebound way out there.
Yes.
So you do get rebounds on a missed three-pointer and get your layups, three-pointers. It's not a bad strategy.
And one thing they're also really good at, Jim, as they're talking to the scores table right here, another good thing they're really good at is if they don't get the close rebound, they tip it out and tip it to keep it alive.
Right.
So they're doing a good job of, one, controlling the tempo of the game is one thing they're doing, but they're doing a great job of controlling the boards as well. Still a lot of time here as now the referees want to get a towel boy out to wipe up the floor. It is ICC basketball. Remind you folks, Sam's Town Market, they're your source for fresh meat, produce, dairy, and local products. They're located on Highway 371 North, right there in the heart of Manatee. Stop by and see our good buddy Sam Ferris and all the fine folks at Sam's Town Market today. And referee's going to ask the coach to just step down a little bit. And now they're going to put the ball in play. The ICC with the basketball, trailing 24-18. Delta did a great job of setting the tone early and holding on to that lead ever since. Eyes, tries, can't buy the three-point basket, and another rebound to the Trojans. Delta with it now. Trying to work off the screen, but a great job by the Indians. Forcing him away from the goal. Looking for that backdoor cut. The Indians nearly turned that one over. And then we're going to have a bumping foul called here on ICC. Well, that was two good defensive plays here to deny what the Trojans were looking for there. And then they just bailed them out with the pushing foul.
I believe that foul was on Tucker. Is that right?
I did believe you're correct. Unfortunately, not putting them on the board, so we'll have to kind of listen the best we can in this Ruckus Gymnasium to hear who Sam calls the foul on.
Tucker's the 6-foot freshman from Shannon, Mississippi.
So Delta with the basketball. 12 seconds now on the shot clock. Thought about the three. Good extra pass. Wild layup, though, is no good, but there is the steal and the jam. Nice job there by Foster staying home. Gambled on the reach in. It paid off, and he was able to throw it down. And the lead back to 8 here for the Trojans.
8:40 left in the first half, 26-18. Trojans up on our ICC Indians.
Now ICC driving inside, kicks it out to the corner, and he's out of bounds. Well, one of those, I understand you're looking for that shot, but, man, you had the big man, Webb, underneath the basket. You could have dumped it underneath, and he probably could have brought the house down with another thunderous dunk, but unfortunately went for the three, and it goes out of bounds, and the Indians turn it over.
Adam, correct me if I'm wrong. There's 8.5 minutes left in the first half, 26-18 Delta. There's been no free throws. I don't believe there's been a free throw tonight.
If there has, I don't remember it. Again, tough defense here by the Indians, and they take it away. And there's a foul on the Trojans. Good job there by ICC's defense, getting in the hip pockets of Delta, forcing the turnover, but ICC has to convert these empty trips down the floor on points on their end to try to continue to chip back into this lead that Delta has not given up. They've led as much as 12 in this contest. I believe they opened up, Jim, an 11-0 run.
They did. It's 11-0.
And have not looked back since. Indians with the basketball. There's a trap on the baseline. Three-point basket on its way. That one back iron, no. Rebound, though, to Webb. Webb's going to power dribble inside and get the layup in. Nice job by Webb. Got the rebound, kept the ball high, and then power dribbled and finished strong at the basket.
Webb's going to help us this year. 6'8", 6'10 kid that can hit the boards.
26-20, ICC trailing Delta. Trojans lose it out of bounds off their leg, and a nice job. Guess who? Webb coming out of his post position to add some pressure and forces the turnover.
26-20, Indians with the ball, down by 6 to Delta. 7 minutes, 20 seconds left in the first half.
Right now, if you're ICC, you want to continue to attack the basket. That's where they have been good tonight. As that ball nearly turned over by the Indians. So they keep it back now. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Around the perimeter they go. Tough defense by the Trojans. Drive inside, and there's a foul. Well, that's what we said, Jim. Need to attack the basket. Go strong. And it's one of those, if you see that defense collapse, it's usually going to lead something back open on the backside, especially an aggressive defense like we've seen all night tonight out of the Trojans. Well, Jim, guess what we're about to see?
Finally see some free throws after 13 minutes of the ball game.
And ICC a chance to chip into this lead. Points with the clock stop could be big, even early on in the contest here. Unfortunately, that free throw rattles in and out, no good, as this is Horace. Colby Horace at the line here.
Colby is a 6'3" freshman from Spanish Fort, Alabama.
Second free throw, and that one good. And we'll have a substitution coming in here for the Trojans re-entering the contest. Is going to be LaJames Duckworth. He's a guy that's had heated up from outside as well from this Trojan squad. And that's really the difference right now. Made three-pointers. The advantage of Delta. There's another quick one put up. That one off the back iron, no good. Rebound's going to be tipped around. It's going to go out of bounds, and I believe it's going to stay. No, they say ICC basketball. Well, the official on the baseline, he put his hand straight up in the air. I thought he was saying it was Delta ball, but instead he was deferring to the sideline because he didn't have an angle on it. And they're going to say ICC basketball. So the Trojans going to come out in the full court press. And this is going to be Robinson with the basketball. Picks up his dribble. And the Trojans get the turnover, but then loses the basketball on the way to the basket. Big time break there for the Indians. As you can tell, this press is causing some issues here early on for ICC. But they've weathered the storm and they've battled their way back into this one. They've trailed as much as 12. As they were questioning restarting the shot clock, but it was a turnover. And they're going to call a foul here, reaching in on the inbounds pass, as that foul's going to be on Hampton. I believe that's going to be his second foul. And it'll be a one-and-one opportunity here. Boy, these free throws could be big here for the Indians, Jim.
No doubt about it. Clock not running. We're down by 5, 26-21. 6:44 left in the first half. Mississippi Delta Trojans 26, ICC men, Indians 21.
This is George Marshall heading to the charity stripe here for the Indians.
6'4" freshman from Jackson, Mississippi, Forest Hill High School.
We talked about it, Jim, in the women's game, and we talked about it early in the men's game here. A lot of young, new faces on both these squads as that free throw is good. For ICC, they've only got 3 sophomores, 2 of those returning from last year's squad. One of those starters, Rock Robinson, off last year's squad. And you've got Jamari Marshall, who is a transfer in from Tougaloo.
I believe he missed the second.
Missed the second. ICC got the rebound and stepped out of bounds. So the ball will go back to the Trojans. 4-point contest, 26-22. ICC trying to rally back in this one. Trailed as much as 12. Trying to drive baseline, taken away nicely there by Rock. 3-point basket on its way. That one good. Big basket there by Richard Jackson. He's a sophomore out of Starkville. He's had the hot hand today as well.
He's got 8 points. That's got to be a foul, and they called it.
It is, and a good show of sportsmanship there by Jackson after getting tripped up with the player that time and going to the referee and saying, hey, that's my bad. I didn't mean for that to happen that maliciously. And credit Jackson on that one just to necessarily let everybody know, hey, man, that's on me. I'm sorry.
And Kobe Hart, who was 1 for 2 from the line about 15 seconds ago, is going back to the line.
It's 29-22. Delta leading this one. They have been hot from beyond the three-point line, and right now that's the big difference in the game. As looking to the sideline here to talk about the foul situation. Free throw no good. Rebound tipped around, and ICC, though, is going to find it. Three-point basket on its way. Yes! Well, I will trade a missed free throw for a three-pointer, especially when it makes it a four-point contest. And then Delta turns the basketball over.
You know, Horace, he missed that free throw on purpose. He wanted to get set up for the three-pointer.
I think that's exactly what he did. That's how they drew it up in practice for sure. And then that turnover now will give the ball back to ICC. They trail it.
29-25, 6 minutes left in the first half.
I thought it was 29-25. Oh, no, yeah, never mind. I was thinking it was already 29-25 before we hit the three, but no, it's not. I'm wishful thinking. Nearly picking the pocket of the ICC ball handler that time. Indians with it, struggling now, 5 seconds. Going to have to do something with it, put it up in a hurry. 2-1, they get the shot off, and it's off the mark. And credit Delta's defense once again causing a lot of problems for ICC, but then there's the Indians with the steal. Indians in transition. Layup is good. Big basket there. We've got a 2-point contest, 29-27, 5.5 to play until halftime.
Good job by Marshall that time, getting the basket for the Indians.
Trojans drive inside, a bumping foul. They're going to say it's before the shot. And this will be Trojan basketball on the baseline.
Adam, we were down 11-0 earlier this half. We cut it to 29-27 with 5:10 left in the first half.
Drive inside, shot is blocked, but they're going to call a foul. Got him with the body, and ICC fans didn't like it. Kind of wanted a travel call. I may agree with the travel call, but yeah, he got it with the body on that block shot. So a good job there by Jennings to get the defender in the air and earn a trip to the free throw line.
Jennings has not scored tonight. He's a 5'9" freshman from South Haven.
Free throw on its way, back iron, and boy, that hit every inch of the iron there before it finally fell through. And that stops a little bit of the bleeding there for the Trojans. Second free throw, that one nothing but the bottom of the net there for Jennings. 31-27 is the score in favor of Delta. ICC with it now. They're wanting to run quickly down the other end of the floor. That one wildly tipped around, and Delta comes away with it. And then ICC stepped in front of it, tipped it away, and it's going to go out of bounds. Should be last touch by Delta, and it is. And the official explaining basically what happened there, and the ball does go out of bounds, and a good job there by the official. And yes, I can compliment as much as I can complain about them.
And they do a good job. You know, we just like to help them out when they make a mistake, and we like to, we're just constructive criticism to the officials.
Exactly. So the Indians with it, looking to go inside on the drive. Great defense, though, there by the Trojans to pick the pocket and force the turnover. Now Delta wanting to drive down the other end, looking to go inside. The ball slapped away out of bounds, and it should stay with Delta, and it does. 31-27. ICC made this a 2-point contest after trailing as much as 12, trying to find a way to pull even. And Jim, if they pull even by halftime, good. If they somehow find a way to take the lead at halftime, wow.
That'd be super.
Quickly up the floor they go. Oh, had the right idea. Good second effort. The Indians there to get the loose ball, and there's going to be a foul on the play. And this will send the Indians back to the free throw line. Well, they were trying to find Webb streaking down the floor that time, and probably should have lobbed it a little bit more than that straight line pass. Delta was able to deflect it, but ICC eventually finds themselves at the free throw line here with a 1+1 opportunity.
Josh Lee, the freshman from Canton, Mississippi, Hartfield Academy.
First free throw, good. (31-28), as we said, ICC saw Delta race out to an 11-0 advantage. Eventually took a 12-point lead. And the Indians now have chopped it back down to 2. Every time the Indians have gotten here, Jim, Delta has had an answer.
Good job by Lee nailing those 2 free throws.
And the ball slapped away, but bounced off the ICC leg right back to the Delta player. This is going to be a long 2. It's off the mark. No, rebound into the hands of the Indians. Now ICC wanting to run, leaves it up to Ford. Webb. Oh! Thought he was about to put a dude on a poster. 3-pointers off the mark, no good. Jim, if he would have threw that one down, they would have heard that one all the way over to Mantachu.
What a block.
Webb denies the layup. Now they're going to kick it out for a 3. Off the mark, no good, and the Indians get the rebound. A chance to tie it this trip down the floor, maybe take a lead with a 3. 3.5 to play here. I like the play by Webb. He was showing he's not scared to take it to the rim. That's going to make somebody think about that a little bit later on this evening. Drives inside and a late whistle and a foul on the Trojans. Yeah, Jim, if he would have threw that one down, we may have had to leave.
That would have got the crowd going for sure.
So now this is going to send Pearson to the free throw line. A chance to tie it here with a pair of free throws. It's a 2-shot opportunity coming up here with the Indians being the double bonus. First free throw is good. Webb will check out. Checking back into the contest is going to be Eddie Page. Second free throw, off the mark, no good. So ICC trying to find a way to climb back in this one. Makes it a 1-point contest. 3-pointers off the mark. An offensive rebound by the Trojans. Oh, beautiful extra pass. Couldn't throw it down. That's
offensive interference, isn't it?
Got to be, as he was hanging on to the rim, and it may be a technical in this situation since he tried to dunk it, didn't get it, held onto the rim to try to grab the rebound.
Or was he protecting himself?
That's what the officials are going to talk about here. I don't necessarily like that call. I say just call it interference and be done with it because he wasn't hanging on the rim to show anybody up in that sense.
No, he wasn't.
And I think the referees are going to make the right call here and say that he was trying to protect himself in that case, and I like that. Even if he wasn't, I like the fact that you don't put the technical on the kid in that case because one official looked at him and put up the T as if, are you going to call it? And they didn't, so I like it.
I do too, and we got a chance to take the lead here, Adam. 3 minutes left in the first half, 31-30 Delta. They've been leading the entire game. Indians have the ball.
Indians with it. Shot clock's just now starting to run. That shot is off the mark, no good. And now the shot clock is not reset. Indians throw this one down the floor. They're going to leave it back.
There it is.
And another jam for the Indians.
First lead in the ball game for the Indians, 32-31, 2:40 left in the first half. Delta has the ball out front. They're struggling here. Great defense by the Indians. Shot is blocked, saved in bounds. Delta gets the ball back, setting up their offense. And Banks in a 2-pointer. He didn't call Bank, but it went in.
He didn't. The Renaissance Bank shot open there late tonight in Fulton, and the Delta Trojans get the lead back now. Trying to trap the ball. ICC fades away from it. Spin move, turn around baseline jumper. Yes. Nice. Indians retake the lead now.
His first 2 of the ball game. As Adam mentioned, Indians up 34-33. 2 minutes left in the first half.
Shot taken away. Indians in a 3-on-2 opportunity here. Leaves it off. And the layup, no good. Oh, big time opportunity there wasted by the Indians. Thought about the 3, now steps back, drives inside. That's a charge all day. Oh my gosh.
Everybody's tired. Let me tell you what, our fast break, Mississippi Delta had 3 guys walking up the court, and we missed the layup.
Well, the Boo Birds breaking out for sure on that one. That was one of the easiest charge called opportunities there for the referee. And I'm telling you right now, somewhere Norris Ashley's eyes twitching that one didn't get called. Like I said, I can compliment. And they're going to try to get the basket, say the basket count. It did not.
The basket didn't count.
And they're going to talk this one over here.
Surely not.
They probably don't know that it went in or not.
It did not go in. It was a charging that you missed, and you called a foul on ICC.
No, they're going to say basket's good.
Did the basket go in?
I didn't see it.
So who made it?
Well, it's going to be the free throw shooter.
Okay.
The referee motioned good.
Did they just give him the points, right?
I don't know.
I think they did. I think that's Jordan Jennings.
And they did, so he completes the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Or does he? Yes, he does.
He does.
Well, insult to injury there. After the blown missed call, it just keeps piling up on the Indians.
It's a strange call.
That one nearly taken away. 2-on-1 opportunity here. Drops it underneath. That layup is good. Smart play by Page not to try to force that one on the dunk. He didn't have a good set of feet underneath him. Just made sure he got the 2 points. This rebound's being fought for, and the Indians find it. 36-36 with 1:20 to go.
That's a foul.
And there's going to be a foul there. Count the basket. Sorry.
Even though he didn't shoot.
Even though he didn't shoot, yeah. So now this will send the Indians back to the free throw line. This is going to be George Marshall to the charity stripe here. And a miss on the first one. So tail end of this two-shot opportunity coming up here for Marshall. He's able to adjust and get that one to fall, and ICC retakes the lead.
37-36. Indians up by 1. Delta's got the ball, minute 15 until half.
A running shot inside. Rebound. Page finds it. Indians a chance to build their largest lead of the night with the basket this trip down the floor. They've trailed as much as 12, only led as much as 2. We're inside a minute to play now until halftime. Want to be sure and stick around for the Little Caesars halftime report. It's a drive inside, lost a handle on the basketball, couldn't go get it. And good defense there, as that was number 33, Fernholtz, making a good defensive play and forcing the turnover.
Fernholtz is a 6'5 freshman from Magnolia Heights Academy in Senatobia.
So Delta with the basketball. About 12 difference between the game shot and the shot clock. That was shot wildly put up. And in that time for Vance, and a big basket there. We said it, every time ICC has had a chance to build on the lead, Delta has found a way to answer, and there was a big-time answer there. That shot's on its way, no good. Offensive rebound by the Indians. Got to save it in bounds, and just does so. Quickly around the horn they go with it. Three-pointer on its way. That one off the mark, no, and Delta rips the rebound. Loose ball, Page gets it back, spins in the paint. His shot was blocked. Tipped out. Three-pointer at the buzzer. Yes! The Indians take a 2-point lead into halftime after trailing as much as 12. We'll take a break and come back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Little Caesars is now the official pizza sponsor of the NFL. Let's go! Come on, keep it hot.
It's good! Pizza?
Again!
Harder, readier! Let's go! Pizza!
Pizza! No! Pull! High five!
Pizza!
Come on!
Pizza!
We're ready!
Enjoy game day with a Fanceroni Pepperoni with over 100 Old World pepperonis.
Pizza!
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Manatee, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And now we're going to sit down with Coach Wilson and get to know a little bit more about one of our new faces here at ICC. And Coach, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to talk to us.
I appreciate you. I appreciate the opportunity.
All right, so tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, where you originated, and just a little bit about your background.
So I'm from Brookhaven, Mississippi. I played at Brookhaven High School. Then I attended Colin for 2 years. Played there under Coach Kenny Bizot. Won a South Division championship while I was at Colin. I'm a member of the Colin Hall of Fame as well. After that, I went to Jackson State. I actually was able to do 4 years at Jackson State. I sat out a year due to an injury. The 2 years after that, one of them was the COVID year. And so then I was able to get an extra year. I received my master's while I was at Jackson State as well. And I've also been doing AAU for Mebo, which is Rodney Hood. Rodney Hood from Meridian, his team, current NBA player, Rodney Hood. I coach his AAU team as well.
All right. Well, Coach, what drew you to ICC? What was it that wanted to make you take this step in your career?
Well, Coach Payton reached out to me, and at the time, he needed an assistant to come in and really heavily recruit and really be on the road and really be able to relate to the guys. And I felt like it was a really good opportunity for me with my first coaching job at the collegiate level to really be able to actually do some work on the court, do some work in the recruiting trails and stuff like that, and really be able to get some experience and be able to help this great program get back to where it was.
All right, so what did you know about ICC before coming here?
I know Brian Halem, that was an All-American here. We played AAU ball together. We were in high school and we came out the same year. So I knew him really well. Other than that, I honestly didn't know much, just kind of being from the south part of Mississippi, and I always kind of been Jackson down. So this is really my first experience personally being up this way, so I really didn't know as much about it.
Well, how's that experience been so far for you?
It's been great. The people at the campus are amazing, very helpful, very, very generous. The students here are awesome, great support staff. We were able to get some really good players that have made it a lot easier to do my job than I thought it would be. It's really been a great experience. I love this part of the state. It feels like home already.
Well, I know the season's starting soon for you, so let's just not quite look at the season yet, but what's been one of the biggest things you've learned since taking this next step in your career?
One of the biggest things I've learned is that the basketball is the easy part. Getting to the court and actually having practice is the relief part of my day. The part that everybody doesn't see as far as running the budget, planning out recruiting trips, handling academic stuff for the players, handling personal problems and personal things for the players, even some of my own campus duties other than basketball. That's really been the biggest adjustment for me and the biggest thing I've had to learn.
Over 100 crispy Old World pepperoni. Cheesy crust edge.
This Fanceroni pepperoni from Little Caesars is fancy.
Am I fancy enough for the Fanceroni? I'm wearing cargo shorts.
But Tim, me too. Fancy isn't measured by your inseam. Fancy comes from here. 'Cause if you are what you eat, then we're all feeling mighty fancy today. Yeah!
Try the Fanceroni pepperoni with over 100 Old World pepperoni.
Pizza, pizza.
Kirk Herbstreit is a man of many talents. Not only an athlete and a sportscaster, but also an expert cartographer, an amateur alchemist, a surprisingly gifted poet.
What rhymes with encroachment?
But his true talent lies in the art of banking.
With Renaissance Bank's great products, rewards, and easy-to-use online tools, every transaction is a masterpiece.
You might refer to Kirk as a Renaissance man.
But I call myself a Renaissance man.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And now we're talking with Coach Hayslip. And Coach, first off, thank you for taking time out of your day for us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Glad to be here.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, your background with basketball, and I guess lead up to you getting here at ICC.
Absolutely. So I am from Louisville, Kentucky. Went to St. Xavier High School in Louisville and Was fortunate enough going to college. I was deciding to go to Western Kentucky University and had a couple high school coaches that I knew. I worked as an equipment manager for my high school team and had a couple high school coaches that knew some people at Western Kentucky. And long story short, ended up getting an equipment manager position at Western Kentucky and did that for my undergrad for 5 years, mostly for Coach Stansberry. And when I graduated in 2020 with my bachelor's, I was lucky enough that there was some vacated spots for graduate assistant spots at Western Kentucky, and Coach Stansberry decided that he wanted to keep me, and he brought me on as a graduate assistant for the next 2 years. And so I spent a total of 7 years at Western Kentucky and just finished up my grad school, graduated in May of 22 with a master's in sports administration. And at that point, I knew it was about time I got to find that first, that open the door, get my foot in, get that first full-time position and figure it out. And fortunately enough, Coach Stansberry and Coach Cunningham at Western Kentucky were in my corner, and they ended up getting in contact with Coach Pate at ICC, and ended up being an opening, and thank God that it ended up working out in my favor, and now I'm here, and I can't wait for what's next.
Awesome. So what did you know about ICC before coming here?
Honestly, didn't know a whole lot. I had a little bit of background from Coach Cunningham being at Mississippi State with Coach Stansberry for a while. They knew Coach Pate from their time at Ole Miss and Mississippi State, and just told me it was a real good place, small town, but everything that I would need around it, good people. Told me Coach Pate would be a great boss, and Coach Stansberry and Coach Cunningham, two of my biggest mentors in my professional life, they told me to go here. I pretty much took their word and said, okay, I'm going to try my best to get here. And so I didn't really know a whole bunch of details, but two of my biggest mentors just told me you need to go try and see what this is about. And so I took the word, and I'm very glad they told me to, because it's been awesome so far.
Well, that's going to lead me into my next question. Now that you're here, how has your time been here at ICC so far?
It's been awesome. I've been really blown away. You know, there's
Little Caesars is now the official pizza sponsor of the NFL. Let's go! Pizza. Keep it hot.
It's good. Pizza.
Again.
Harder, readier. Let's go. Pizza.
Pizza. No, pull. High five.
Pizza.
Come on.
Pizza.
We're ready.
Enjoy game day with the Fanceroni Pepperoni, with over 100 Old World pepperonis.
Pizza.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we're in the final seconds of the first half here, as ICC impressively leading this one 40-38 here at halftime, because the Indians trailed 11-0, eventually trailed by 12, leading by 2 at halftime. Is impressive, Jim.
Made some good adjustments, started playing some really good defense, and finally hit some shots. Give Delta credit. They started out very hot, three-point shooting team and layup shooting team, but we made a good run, made a good comeback. Grant Pate counts on its defense. That's what got us back into the ball game, I think, Adam.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at some of those first half stats there, Mr. Jim.
Again, ICC Indians winning 40-38 over Delta in the first game of the year. ICC Indians leading them tonight in scoring. Eddie Page has 6. Jaden Webb has 6. Pearson has 6. George Marshall has 5. Rock Robinson hit a 3. He's got 3. Horace has 6. Josh Lee has 2. Chris Mitten has 4. For your Delta Trojans, Hampton has 2. Jones has 8. Jennings has 3. Richard Jackson has 8. Vance has 4. Duxford's hit a big 3. He's got 3. Council has 2. Leading them scoring is Jeremiah Foster with 8. And in the free throw situation, ICC was 6 of 11 from the free throw line, and Delta was 3 for 3.
So those are your stats there at the half as we're getting set for the second half play. To remind you about the ICC Wesley Foundation. They're located right across the street from us. They meet on Tuesday nights. They're meeting tonight and also the ICC Baptist Student Union. They meet Monday nights. You can follow ICC Baptist Student Union on Twitter at ICCBSU and the Wesley Foundation on Instagram at ICC Wesley. Well, Jim, what were you going to see out of the Indians here in the second half?
Continue to play this good smothering defense, keep rebounding, and the shots will fall. That's what got us back into the game. I like the way we came out and played good defense the last 10 minutes of the first half.
Delta makes the extra pass there, somehow keeps it alive. Over the middle they go. And what a wild possession there, and the ball ends up out of bounds. Last touch by the Trojans.
Good defense by the Indians, forced a turnover.
So on the floor for the Indians, I see 21, Rock Robinson. Looks like maybe this original starters. As I also see Lee wearing number 3, a drive to the basket. Layup is good. That's Horace wearing number 4. You've got Marshall wearing number 12 and Page wearing 24. So, yes, the original Coca-Cola starting lineup on the floor here for the Indians. Inside they go, and that should be a jump ball, or actually going to call a foul. Wow, the referee that had to look through traffic that time going to call a foul on the Indians there, and that foul is going to be whistled on Josh Lee.
I think that's Josh's first foul of the ball game. 19-10 left in the second half. ICC with his biggest lead of the game, 42-38.
And a good steal there, but he was out of bounds when he left his feet and came back inbounds, catching the basketball before landing on the floor. So a tough break there. And the ball will go back to the Trojans. Jim, I'm going to say it again. We've talked about it a lot tonight. Man, this crowd has been outstanding for the Indians and the Lady Indians, as a matter of fact.
You know, kudos to our students, to the fans in the community. What a great turnout for the first game on November 1st.
And the officials kind of talking things over here. I think one official thought the shot clock should reset, and they do reset at 17. And then there's a turnover. The Indians take it away on the inbounds pass. Quickly up the floor they go. The layup is good. Well, they kind of lost control of the basketball on the way up, but he was able to get that one and fall in, and the Indians lead this one now 44-38.
2 quick baskets by Kobe Horace on some breakaways on great defense. As you mentioned, our largest lead of the game, 6 points, 44-38, 18:49 left in the ball game.
Foul on the Indians, second foul of the half here on ICC.
Horace on another steal, and the little, what do you call that?
Euro step.
Euro step. 6 quick points by ICC, all by Kobe Horace.
3-point basket, good. Big answer there by Vance. By Delta to stay in striking distance here. As you mentioned, Jim, Indians with a hot start here to the second half. And ICC now leads it by 5. Gets away from the defender, then eventually going to say he stepped out of bounds. Good job by the defense. They cut him off that time. Wasn't a bump. Some of the ICC fans thought he got pushed that time. It was the fact that he was trying to avoid going out of bounds is the reason why he lost his footing. And the turnover gives the ball back to the Trojans. So Indians, as we talked about, trail by 12 in the first half. Have led as much as 8 here in the second half. Lead this one 46-41. Still a lot of time to play in this one. Oh, nice job there picking the pocket. And up the floor they go and tried to dunk it. The shot was blocked. Saved in bounds, and the Trojans find it. Delta quickly down the other end. And that's going to be a charge, and beautifully called there by the official. The big man standing strong and taking the charge.
Adam, I think Delta has 6 turnovers in this first 2 minutes of the second half. Unbelievable, great defense by the Indians.
You tell I'm a little old school fundamentalist there. I love when somebody's able to stand in there and take a charge, especially a big one like that. As now the Indians with it, want to skip it. Dangerous pass as Rock Robinson finds it, leaves it over the middle. Floater in the paint is up in and good. As that was Josh Lee with the basket. Delta needs a basket this trip down the floor in a big way. That one off the mark. No offensive rebound put back Bouncing, no. Rebound tipped out, and it's going to be last touch, they say, by the Trojans. Substitution coming in the game here for the Indians. This is number 10, Marshall, back into the contest here for ICC. Indians lead at 48-41. 17 minutes and some change to go here in this one. Marshall's going to dribble over, try to ask for a screen. Now flips it across, looking to go inside to Page. Good defense on the part of the Trojans to take that away. Turn around, jumper in the paint, no. Rebound being fought for, still loose on the floor. Still loose, and a great hustle play there. And we've got a foul called on who?
It's a late call. He called that on Page, I think.
How? One, yes, that's 3 days late on the call, but you've got players diving on the floor for both teams. I don't see how you make that call there. As we talked about, the ball was, two different players had dove for the ball after the fact. And then a late whistle, kind of like the soccer match we saw the other day down at Gulf Coast. There was a foul at midfield. The referee let it go. He said continuation, but the ball had hit three other players and was eventually turned over before he called the foul. So Delta with the basketball, trying to climb their way back into this one. Shot blocked. Nice job there by Webb, who just checked into the contest. Layup is good.
Good job by Marshall.
Yeah, Josh Lee came flying in looking for the rebound. He was on the rim. Webb grabbed him and pulled him off and helped him to the ground. Indians, largest lead of the night now at 9. Inside they go. Nice job challenging inside. Couldn't get the shot to fall, though. And the Indians want to get out and run. In the middle, layup, yes.
We're just going to the basket, and they're not stopping our dribbling. Great effort by the Indians.
Well, we're kind of giving them a taste of their own medicines. They came out running early, and the Indians running a little bit more. Timeout on the floor. We're going to take it with them. ICC one-time trail by 12, now up by 11. Back with more right after this.
Little Caesars is now the official pizza sponsor of the NFL. Let's go! Keep it hot.
It's good. Pizza, pizza.
Again.
Harder, readier. Let's go, let's go. Pizza, pizza.
Pizza, pizza. No, pull. High five.
Pizza, pizza.
Come on.
Pizza, pizza.
We're ready.
Enjoy game day with the Fanceroni Pepperoni with over 100 old world pepperonis.
Pizza, pizza.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back out of the timeout. ICC leading this one 52-41. And Jim, if you take us back to the start of this contest and say, hey, don't worry, you're eventually going to take an 11-point lead in this game, I wouldn't have believed you.
No, it's been a 22-point change. They had an 11-point lead. Now we have an 11-point lead. Still a lot of time left, 16 minutes left in the second half.
And we got a foul on the inbounds called here on the Indians. As the referee talking to the ICC player here after the foul called. As he didn't really say anything. The referee just talked to Coach Pate about how he was hooked that time. But right now, if you're the Trojans, you got to have points. And we're going to have a foul called again here on Marshall.
It's 2 in a row.
I think that's one. That foul there was a kind of a retaliation call from the referee after he questioned him on the first one. Little to no contact, especially compared to some of the other contact we've seen tonight, as the Trojans step out of bounds and give the ball back to the Indians. Ball don't lie, turnover, back to ICC. So the Indians a chance to continue to build on this lead. Large of the night is at 11. Kick it out to Robinson for 3. Yes! Big basket there for the Indians as they continue to pull away in this one, Jim. 55-41. Three-point basket on the other end, no good, and the Indians with the rebound. Jim, what has the Indians done to flip this ball game the way they have?
Just great defense, and then taking advantage of the opportunity to like we're doing here, driving to the basket.
Is that ball out of bounds, last touch by the Indians.
You know, Kobe Harris came out early in the second half and went to the basket 3 straight times for 3 straight layups. We're just being a little bit more aggressive this half, hitting shots, still playing good defense.
Ball quickly up the floor. This is going to be a three-pointer. Got to fall there. No good, but what a play. Oh, just couldn't get it to fall. Credit Vance that time coming in and just trying to make something happen for the team. Tipped the ball back up towards the basket. Didn't get it to fall, but will head to the line to shoot 2. And we talked about for the Indians, it was important for the Indians early on to start making free throws to get points with the clock stopped. Equally important for Delta now if they want to try to climb back in this one.
No doubt about it.
That first free throw is up, in, and good there for Vance. Second free throw good. Nice job by Vance stepping in and knocking down those free throws. Not only that, but it also allows the Trojans to get into their press.
55-43, 15 minutes left in the ball game. Indians up by 12.
And then the Indians turn it over, so the press work there for the Trojans.
That's got to be a bump foul, I thought, on Delta.
I thought so too, but they didn't call it.
Letting them play a little rougher. Just be consistent.
Yes.
That's what we ask.
Yes. And so the Trojans with the basketball. A chance to continue to chip away at this lead here against the Indians. Step back three-pointer. That one rattles no good. And another thing ICC has done a good job of, Jim, is controlling the boards in the latter part of that first half into the second half. So ICC with the basketball. Floater in the paint, rattling around. No, rebound being fought for. And Delta makes the extra effort to save it in bounds and keep it alive. Trojans back down the other end. That's going to be a blocking foul. Yes, it is.
No way. That's the correct call.
Yeah.
They were moving. He was not set. Good call by the official.
So we got 14 and a half to go here, and Delta is in the 1-and-1 bonus opportunity here. 7 fouls called on the Indians, only 1 on the Trojans. Can't really say a lot to that because it was kind of the same way in the first half,
right,
in favor of the Indians, as that first free throw is good. Well, Jim, I'm not used to basketball going this late into the evening. We've only had Lee and I were talking about this, and we're still curious, and we don't really know the answer to this. When was the last time we had a doubleheader in basketball?
That's a good point.
Because, you know, they switched it whenever COVID came around, so it'll be the same way this year. I think it'll be the last time we have the split schedule for whenever the men are home, the women will be away in conference play. So the last time we've had a home doubleheader is the question. We'll try to find that one out as that free throw rattles in and good, and a good job there weathering the storm. Now's got it down to a 10-point ball game in favor of the Indians.
And they're 7 for 7 from free throw line.
Underneath they go, and that is going to be a possible intentional foul.
He called it, didn't he? Did he call intentional?
We're going to see what he is going to call here. Is they grabbed, they say they grabbed, they grabbed Webb on his way up.
No, he didn't.
No, well, there you don't get much more intentional than that when you are. Now they're going to talk to her. Maybe they did call it an intentional foul here. They did not call the intentional foul. Well, he was going to go up and dunk it. There's no doubt of that. And now they are going to call it.
They are going to call it. There we go.
Well, he gave kind of a half-hearted signal to the bench. And now they're going to explain it to the Delta coach. And he's been quite animated tonight, so he's not necessarily going to like that call there, as they're allowing the referees to explain what happened here. I like the fact that they are taking the time to explain it to Delta's coach. And so this will be free throws coming up here for Webb after the intentional foul call. And his first free throw, back iron, no good. Well, there's no arguing that it was an intentional foul, even though Delta's coach doing a good job of pleading his case. Second free throw, that one no good. as Webb was clearly going to go up for the jam that time, and the Delta player just grabbed him by the waist and held him to the floor. Inside they go to Rock Robinson, and he is going to be fouled on the way up. And so ICC will head back to the free throw line once again. Third team foul of the second half here called on the Indians. And Rock will head to the charity stripe. Indians need to take advantage of these free throws as well. And Rock gets the first one to fall. Well, Rock, he brings a crowd of his own when his family comes out to the games, as he gets both those free throws to fall. The pride of Pontotoc, if you will. We can officially call him that now that Coach Ball is officially retired.
Right. Good point.
So a pair of free throws pushes the lead back out to 12 here for the Indians. 57-45. Still a lot of time to play in this one, though, Jim.
You're right, Adam. 14 minutes, 57-45. Indians up by 12. Delta has the ball. As I mentioned, 14 minutes left in the ball game.
So the Trojans need a good possession this trip down the floor. They drive inside. Shot is up and good. Nice job there. Strong finish, as that was number 24, Council, with the basket and allows the defense to jump in that press. And now the Indians up the floor they go, and just too tall on that one. That's one thing you got to do. You got to be patient against the press, and that turnover there gives the ball right back to Delta. So the Trojans continue to chip away at this one. They've led as much as 12. They've trailed as much as 14, but now has got it back down to a 10-point contest. That ball poked away from behind will stay with the Trojans. They're going to let this one go into the backcourt. Oh, you didn't have to do that.
He didn't have to do that. He didn't realize that.
And challenging that time, and boy, I tell you what, Marshall was thought about putting somebody on a poster there. Just one of those mental mistakes and a coaching opportunity there for Delta's coach, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to call him over there and explain to him, hey, you can let that ball go into the secondary. But ICC now back to the free throw line, and Jim, again, we talked about how important it is to make these free throws for Delta down the stretch. Indians need to take care of business here from the charity stripe as well. First free throw good there for Marshall.
Marshall's had a good second half. He's chipped in 5 points, handling the ball well for the Indians.
And a chance at a second free throw coming up here. And he gets them both. Nothing but the bottom of the net there for Marshall. Back to a 12-point advantage in favor of the Indians. Trojans quickly down the floor. Spot up three-pointer on its way. Good. Nice job letting the defense clear that time by Jackson, as he was able to come back and knock that three down. And the Indians pull up jumpers off the mark. No. Webb with the rebound, and he's going to lay it back in.
Good
nice
job.
job by the big guy. Yes. And then the Trojans down the other end, and Webb had no choice but to foul. That's a little confusion on who was to get back that time for ICC. Good job by the Trojans to take advantage of that and get down the other end of the floor and go back to the charity stripe. First free throw good, as this is Jones at the line. Tell you what, Jones opened the contest red hot from behind three. Was a large part of that 11-0 run to start the contest, and been very impressed with his play, especially in that point guard position. What are we waiting on here?
I do not know, sir, injury, but he's off the court.
All right, now we're ready to go. That free throw, no good. Boy, big miss there. Could have made it a 9-point contest. Ball's going to be out of bounds. Last touched by the Trojans. Great hustle. Credit Jackson that time. Getting after it. Spilled into the crowd and was able to try to get the ball back for his team. This Trojan press is giving the Indians some difficulties here.
Indians by 10 with the ball, 12:52 left in the ball game.
Dangerous pass as they throw over the top of the inbounds there. The Indians with it now. Down low they go to Webb. Webb goes up strong and gets the basket. Well, that's what you do against the press. You break it. You typically have a good layup waiting for you on the other end, and that was the case there. This shot is up and a foul on the Indians. Nice move to get the defender on his heels. Drew the foul and a chance to once again get points with the clock stopped.
Indians up by 12, 63-51, 12.5 minutes left in the ball game.
This is Council at the free throw line. Gets the first one, no. Iron unkind there as that one just kind of skipped off the rim. Second free throw, though, got that one to fall, and a nice job there. Bouncing back to get the free throw to fall. It's 63-52, ICC with the lead. Indians once again throwing over top of the press. Driving inside, leads it off to Webb, and he couldn't finish the dunk, but the Indians were there. Good job by Josh Lee to stay home, have the wherewithal to get that rebound and put it back in for the Indians.
Indians up by 13, 65-52.
Swinging inside, shot is up, no good, but we have a foul again here on the Indians. I like what Delta's doing. Typically, teams, when they see they're down by double digits, think they got to have that three-pointer to get back in the contest. They've attacked the basket and gotten to the free throw line. That is going to be the 10th foul on the Indians, so it'll be a double bonus the rest of the way out here. And that's a long time to be shooting the double bonus with 12:09 to go here. But Delta can't get the front one to fall.
Adam, they were 7 for 7. And then the last three free throws they've missed, last four free throws they've missed 3 out of 4. They're getting a little fatigued, I believe. They're not taking their time at the free throw line.
That was Foster missing the first, getting a shot at the second one here. That one halfway down and skips out. Indians wanting to get out and run. And that's going to be a charge call.
And I agree with it.
Yep. So he got there just in time and was able to absorb the blow on that one. And I'm like you, Jim. I do agree with the call there. Timeout on the floor, a full timeout. We're going to take it with them here. A few words from our sponsors and be back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back out of that timeout. That timeout being brought to you by State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland. For all your insurance needs, whether it be home, auto, or life, give State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland a call at 862-9648. That's 862-9648. You can get a free quote on your insurance needs there. That's when you set up an appointment there with Brandon Poland. Again, located right there on South Outer Street. Look for the big red State Farm sign there in Fulton. Jim, 12 minutes to play in this one. Delta slowly starting to grab a little bit of momentum back here. What do you need to see out of the Indians over this next 5 minutes?
Need to continue to play good defense, which we did right then. Made a steal, got a breakaway here.
That jumper halfway down, no good, but the put back up in and good. Nice job once again. Josh Lee, right spot, right time, cleaning things up for the Indians.
Adams, this is our largest lead of the game.
That is 15?
Yes, sir.
It is.
Short-lived.
Big three-point basket knocked down, though, by the Trojans. As that was number 24. Council able to knock that one down. Indians nearly turn it over. Now here comes Lee. The lane opens up for him, and he gets the layup in and good. Well, I tell you what, he has been clutch for the Indians over these last 3 or 4 possessions.
Good job by Josh. Indians up by 14, 11 minutes left in the ball game.
That jumper's no good. Page cleans the rebound. And that's going to be a foul. As Page, well, he fell earlier and was called for that foul. He's got his hand taped up pretty heavily. And so you can still see that's kind of causing him fits right now. As the Indians are going to get a substitution in this situation. Checking back into the contest is going to be George Marshall. So the Indians are going to have to continue to face this tenacious press out of the Trojans. Nearly taken away there. Now ICC on the other end. Going to leave it in the middle. Lee drops it off, and there's the exclamation point.
Great pass. Great movement of the ball.
71-55 now. ICC starting to pull away in this one. This one scoop shot underneath. No good. And the Indians come away with it. Nearly lost at midcourt. ICC is able to keep it. Drive inside. Layup is good. As that was Marshall with the layup. They were anticipating the lob to Page that time. Marshall said, okay, I'll take it myself.
Adam, we've played 10 minutes second half. Marshall already has 13 in the second half.
Impressive second half for sure there for Marshall. With 10 minutes to play in this one, 10 minutes some change. That foul wasn't on ICC. And again, Jim, I take you back to the first quarter. That just shows you're never really out of a contest. ICC trailed this game as much as 12. They fell behind 11-0 to start the contest. They're up in this thing 73-55 with 10 minutes left. Granted, still a lot of time left.
Right.
Delta's the type of team that can go on a run, especially if they keep going to the free throw line here. But, man, it's been an impressive turnaround by the Indians.
No doubt about it. And like you said, we got 10 minutes left. We still got to play hard here for 10 minutes, find a way to end the game, finish the game strong.
Second free throw, that one good. Nice job by Council. He's come in with some clutch points for the Trojans over the last few minutes. As that one thrown away, and the Trojans get it. Big time turnover there. As now they get it back in the middle. Euro step, tried to dunk it. No good. That one you probably should have laid up in that sense. Indians down the other end. That's offensive goaltending.
Gotta be.
And an easy call there. And, hey, I like the effort defensively. You're going for the block shot. If you get it, no call, great play. If you get it and you get the call, he was going to make the layup anyway. So you just gamble that time, and, well, it didn't pay off, but I do love the effort of the defense there by the Trojans.
Indians up by 18, 9:48 left in the ball game. Delta has the ball.
So Delta needs to get some points this trip down the floor in a big way here. But one thing they've got to do, though, they've got to start finding some stops. Looking to drive inside, a foul. And that can't count. There's no way. Not the NBA.
They wouldn't even count that in the NBA.
I was going to say, unless it was LeBron. They'd give him that extra few steps.
Council back at the line again, Adam. Made the first one.
Another one. He's been solid.
75-58. Indians by 17, 9:34 left in the ball game. I don't feel like the clock's run the last 10 minutes. It's unbelievable.
Like I said, it was 10:07 not too long ago.
I know it.
I'm with you, Jim. It's only 30 seconds ran off the clock. It's a dangerous pass there. ICC with it and a foul at midcourt by the Trojans. And that's kind of the reason why, too. There's been a lot of fouls over the span of the last 2 minutes of the game.
Indians 16-point lead, has the ball, 9:28 left in the ball game.
Quick three, that one off the mark, no good. Rebound being fought for. The Trojans had it, but was fouled by the Indians. And that's the reason why I feel like it's taking so long. 6 seconds off the clock, and we're heading back to the other end of the floor. So again, Delta doing a good job at getting to the free throw line, trying to get points with the clock stopped. The only problem, they're not getting those stops defensively they're needing, Jim. That free throw, no good.
And they're missing some free throws here in the second half. They've now missed 5 free throws second half. They were perfect in the first half.
So winning the second free throw opportunity here for Vance. And he gets that one to fall, nothing but the bottom of the net. 75-60. ICC with the lead. This time the Indians quickly down the other end of the floor. Hello! Big time jam there by George Marshall. That wakes the crowd back up. Indians go up by 17. Shot is no good, but there's a foul.
Well, yes, sir. George Marshall, the 6'4 freshman from Forest Hill High School in Jackson, slammed it down.
Yeah, that's what happens when you got a guy 6'8", 6'9". You're expecting the lob to the big man. You leave it open like that, looking like a young Jim Ingram back in his day, throwing it down.
I think Council's bought real estate at the free throw line in the second half.
Yeah, he has contacted Tommy Morgan, real estate agent Ricky Murphy. He was planning on making his first home at the free throw line, or maybe his forever home at the free throw line. He called 842-3844. That's 842-3844.
He's got 14 points second half.
Timeout on the floor. Let's take it with him and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since we opened our doors in 1964, Davis Ford in Fulton has been committed to providing the highest level of customer service and customer satisfaction. That level of commitment is shown in our 18 Ford President's Awards for overall customer experience. Whether you're looking for a tune-up, a trade-in, or a new F-150, the team at Davis Ford is here to serve you. Come see us today in Fulton. Call us at 662-862-3711 or visit us online at davisfordsales.com. Davis Ford, small town dealership, small town prices.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to give credit where credit is due here. Yes, we don't have a packed house like you do at a football arena or a football stadium, Jim, to get the full effect. But the ICC student section, they got the wave going during the timeout.
That's super. Love the enthusiasm. Love the enthusiasm.
So the Indians with the basketball. They lead this one 77-62. We've got a foul away from the ball here. Oh, man, we got to play more than 8 seconds without a foul call.
And we got under 9 minutes, finally.
And looks like this is actually, is this going to go against the Indians? No, it's going to go against the Trojans. And it'll be a 1-and-1 opportunity here coming up for Eddie Page. As you mentioned, Jim, finally getting under that 9-minute mark.
Unbelievable.
We did a 5-minute pregame show. We're hitting the hour and 33-minute mark in this game as that free throw is no good. A big miss there.
77-62. Indians up by 15 against Delta. 8:40 left in the ball game.
Trying to drive baseline, taken away there, but it eventually finds his way into Foster, and Foster slams it home there. Big turnaround there for Foster to be able to clean up the basket. Robinson's going to try to get it in bounds. We have to throw over the top of it. Dangerous pass.
He stepped out.
And
no foul.
They're going to call a foul. I'm with you, Jim. It looked like I thought he had stepped out for a second. But instead, the foul called here as they were trying to tie up the basketball. That'll be the 8th foul. And I believe that is going to be a 1-and-1. Yes, a 1-and-1 opportunity here. They were calling for time. I thought it might have been the 5th foul calling the player from the Trojans, but they said it was only the 4th. And this will be Horace to the line here. First free throw good. Remind you to stay tuned for the Renaissance Bank post-game report. We'll talk about the Indians, if they're able to hang on and get the win here and get a opening season sweep, and that is an easy push in the back call that time as Marshall way too aggressive on that rebound. Lady Indians, if you're just now joining us, picked up a 72-40 win over Columbia State, the Lady Chargers. So a lot of good performance out of very young Lady Indian squad, and seeing a good performance after falling behind early in this one from a young Indian squad. As this free throw bouncing around no good. We talk about how young the Indians are. They only got 3 sophomores. Take a look at Delta. They've only got 2. So 2 very young teams on the floor right now. Second free throw was good there by Vance. And then there's going to be a turnover. It's going to be off the foot of the Trojans. And it'll go back to the Indians. Jim, this Trojans pressure is still just giving the Indians fit here late in the game. And now the referees want to talk things over. Maybe trying to figure out where to go eat. Well, I can suggest a spot for you guys. For limited time only, you can try Little Caesars Old World Fanceroni Pepperoni Pizza. It's got over 100 crispy Old World pepperonis. You can get a large for $9.99. You can order it online or through the app. That's Little Caesars, a proud sponsor here of ICC basketball. We've got a foul before the inbounds, and so no time off the clock. And we've had 2 fouls in the span of that no time off the clock, and we'll come down the other end and shoot more free throws. Jim, Miss Heather going to text you and checking in, see where you're at here in a minute.
She's fine up there.
So trying to get figured out what the situation is going to be here. That's something else, too, that's the reason why this game is drug on. The officials have taken a lot of time to talk amongst themselves and exchange during free throws. This first free throw is good by Marshall. He's had a strong second half here for the Indians.
Marshall is sitting at 14 points second half.
And again, waiting for the ball to come back from the referee after one of the Delta players kind of took off a little too soon. Referee's like, my bad, guys. Second free throw is no good.
Adam, we've shot, I think, 48 free throws in this game, both teams combined.
That sounds about right. Thought about the three-pointer from the corner. Instead goes inside. The layup is good, and a foul called on Rock Robinson. Wow, little to no contact there. The official, who did not have a good look on the shot there, as there was a referee underneath, and even the referee with the ball in his hand right now looked at Rock and shrugged his shoulders and said, I don't know. So more free throws coming up here tonight. You get a free throw, you get a free throw, you get a free throw. As this is Jones, and he buries the front end of that one. Or actually, completes the three-point play the old-fashioned way. Makes this an 11-point ball game. That's a big make there because there's still 8 minutes to play in this one. And there's a lot of time left. And just lost handle of the basketball that time. An unforced error, and now here come the Trojans on the other end. That layup's good. It's a 9-point game, guys.
79-70. 7:50 left in the ball game. Indians up by 9.
Robinson drives inside. His layup contested but good. A big layup there stops a little bit of the bleeding for the Indians. Three-pointer off the mark, no good. Robinson rips the rebound. Not the shot you're looking for if you're Delta. The Indians need to go on a little bit of a run here to see if they can extend this lead. And he's going to be out of bounds. Nails the three, but was out of bounds. Yep. Unfortunate break there for the Indians.
81-70, Indians up, 7:20 left in the ball game. Delta has the ball.
This was what, at one point a 18-point lead for the Indians. Now down to 11. They've got it. They cut it in half down to 9. So the Trojans with it, looking to go to work here. Pull-up jumper just beyond the free throw line. It's off the mark, no good. Offensive rebound, puts back no. And that is the rebound ripped away by Josh Lee. And Lee is in trouble, finally gets it up. Indians got 5 seconds to get it across the floor. They do so. Driving inside, and that's a blocking call.
Too far underneath, definitely.
Most definitely on that one, and I'll agree, as Jennings thought he had the charge call as he gave the charge signal. You did. You were there in time, but unfortunately for Jennings, just had them heels in that arch. And now each team will be shooting the double bonus here in the final 6:52. That first free throw good.
Adam Marshall has come to play second half. He's got 15 points in the second half.
Big second half for sure for Marshall. Second free throw, that one good as well. Timeout on the floor. We're going to take it with them. ICC 83, Delta 70. Back with more right after this.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
Hey Indian fans, I'm Ricky Murphy, real estate agent, Tommy Morgan Realtors, and I'm also a proud alumni of the All-American Marching Band. Itawamba Community College was my home for 2 years, and where you decide to make your home will be one of the most important decisions of your life. Whether you're looking to create a plan to buy your first home, or if you're ready today to make a move into your forever home, give me a call or send me a message so we can discuss your next move. And from my family, Roll Tide!
And welcome back out of the timeout. ICC leading this one 83-70. Led as much as 18 in this contest. Delta trimmed that lead back to 9, but ICC has answered nicely to go back up by 13 here. And Jim, this ball game has been back and forth, a little bit of everything tonight.
No doubt about it, Adam. A well-played ball game. Unfortunately, a lot of fouls, but a lot of hustling, a lot of athletic play. Both teams really playing hard. Both teams playing good defense.
So Delta with the basketball, works it into the corner, quickly gets it back out of there. ICC is kind of in a matchup zone. Three-point basket on its way. That one good. That was a heck of a shot. Knocked down there by Jones.
And he had a man all over him and nailed that.
Well, again, the Trojans get out in that press, and the Indians able to get through it this time. Now they kick it out to Robinson for three. That one short, no good. Rebound tipped out, and the Trojans get it. Now they're going to try to get out and run. Down the other end, reverse layup is up in and good. Back-to-back baskets by Jones. 83-75. The Trojans not going quietly into the evening here. Robinson, reverse layup, yes. Big basket there for Rock. Quickly down the other end, Jones. That one's off the mark, no good. Got to give your guys a chance to get down the floor and rebound for you. And the Indians wisely slow this one down here. Up by 10, 85-75. Robinson cuts to the basket. He's fouled and will go to the free throw line. Well, before the day was started, I was like, I need to go ahead and get my sponsors for three-pointers and free throws and timeouts together. Well, whoever I picked for free throws, I was going to rotate between some sponsors. They're upset they're not going through our regular cadence of sponsors when we go to the free throw line because, my goodness, we could have read them all at least 3 times tonight.
I believe this is free throw number 50 in the ball game.
And that one no good. A pair of misses, big misses there for the Indians. Still a lot of time left in this one and only a 10-point contest. That three-pointer halfway down, no good, and the Indians rip the rebound. Up the floor they go with it. India's going to challenge. They go inside. Layup is good. Good finish there by the Indians. If you can get past that first wave of the press, as there's another impressive play by Jones, and he'll go to the line for a chance at a three-point play. But, Jim, what I was just about saying, if the Indians can get through that first and second jump of a trap, they've been able to get those easy layups. And so a chance at a three-point play here for Jones, the young man out of Chicago, to Overton High School.
Good-looking player.
Been very impressive tonight. Chance to get it inside 10, and he does. 87-78, 5:13 to go in this one. Indians throw over the top of the press there. And again, don't force the issue, just going to give it up now. But the Trojans staying tenacious with their defense right now. They like to trap when they get the opportunities. Now ICC wants to spread the floor. Try to go that extra pass. It's kicked out of bounds, and it will stay with the Indians. 12 seconds on the shot clock, finally inside 5 minutes to go in the contest.
You know, there hadn't been any shot clock violations tonight. Both teams pushing the ball, shooting early in the shot clock.
Yeah, I don't know if I can recall one time the shot clock has gotten within 7 seconds of a possession. And a large part of that was just because the defense forced them to chase down a lot of loose balls. So wiping up the floor here.
By the way, he's been busy. He's been out there wiping up the floor 7 or 8 times.
So they're trying to get a sub in, but they didn't do so. Three-pointer, yes! Big three-point basket there. Pushes the lead back out to double digits for the Indians, 90-78 now. ICC with the lead, and I believe we're going to have a timeout. Timeout on the floor. It's going to be a full timeout. Let's take it with them. Back with more right after this.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okalona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
Show your school spirit with our exclusive debit cards. Represent ICC with a special card design you can only get from First American National Bank. You'll show your support every time you use the card. Support ICC with a Spirit debit card from FANB.
And welcome back out of the timeout, ladies and gentlemen. 90-78 here, as I feel like we got a little Pac-12 football going on late into the evening here at the Davis Event Center. Opening night of basketball, and Jim, it's been a fun night. The Lady Indians picked up a 72-40 win in the first one, and this game not over with yet with 4:39 left to play. ICC leading 90-78.
No doubt, Adam. It's not over yet. I think we might see a century mark here by one of the teams, hopefully ICC. They're winning 90-78, 4.5 minutes left in the ball game.
So the Trojans with the basketball. Again, not panic time yet for the Trojans. They need to stay with their plan. Attack the basket. So they go for that backdoor lob. And it's broken up nicely there by the Indians. And now if you're ICC, make them extend the defense. Make them work a little bit. Try to work some of that clock. Both teams in a double bonus situation here for the remainder of the contest. The Indians now going to try to go into their offensive set with 10 seconds. Drives inside, Euro step, scoop shot, no, but there's the finish. Nice job there by Jaden Webb. I've been impressed with him tonight as well, Jim.
No doubt, he's got 12 points, been very strong around the basket.
Quick three-pointer put up by the Trojans, yes. Big basket knocked down there by Vance. Keeps it within striking distance, and the Indians turn it over. Turnover there on the Indians. Boy, if the Trojans can get a three-pointer here, Jim, that is going to be really, really big.
92-81. ICC up by 11, 3:45 left in the ball game.
Substitution coming in here for the Indians. That is going to be Chris Minton back into the contest here for ICC. And he's going to have the task of guarding Jones. Jones has been the big part of the reason why Delta has gotten back into this contest. Three-pointer from the big man. No good. Rebound, though, to the Trojans. Jones. That one rattles in and out, no good. And Minton is going to be taken to the floor on the rebound. That might be a break there for the Trojans because it looked like the Trojan player just stepped out of the way And Minton kicked the ball out of bounds. So big time break there for the Indians.
3:24 left in the ball game. ICC 92, Delta 81.
And again, the Cowboy coming out. We may have to think about a sponsor for that in the future.
He's fatigued.
He has been on the floor just about as much as the rest of the players this evening. Jim, the Indians just need to go ahead and salt this one away. Make some free throws down the stretch, but that one rattles in and out, no good. Second free throw on its way. Yes.
There you go.
Pushes lead back to 12 here for the Indians. Trojans with the basketball. Now you got to start working with purpose if you're the Trojans. We got a bumping foul called here on the Indians.
I don't think we need to foul. With 3:14 left in the game, you're up by 12.
Yeah, and I don't really think that was much of a foul either. And so this, once again, will get the Trojans to the free throw line and points the clock stop. That's big here for the Trojans. Jim, I think the towel boy had to go get a new towel.
I'm telling you, he's worn out.
He's coming back into the contest from the walkway as that free throw was good. Second free throw, and it's good as well. 10-point contest, 3:14 to go. The Indians get it across midcourt now.
Gonna try to run some clock at them.
Going to try to get it down to about that 12 to 10 second mark before you go into the offensive attack, and they're going to foul away from the basketball. As Smart, you know what? Credit to coach there. He was telling them to foul 14 to send him to the free throw line to extend this contest.
So we're going to see that a lot in the last 3 minutes.
So this will send Webb to the free throw line. So that first free throw, no good. I was going to say, what you do if you're Webb here, you knock down a pair of free throws and you kind of end that worry. But after missing the first one here, he's got a chance at the second one. And that one, no good. So the gamble paid off there for the Trojans. A chance to get it within 10 here with the made basket this trip down the floor. And had to be a travel. And then they're going to call a foul on the Indians. Well, he took a step and a half with the ball on his hip. And instead now it's going to be another foul here on ICC. And Jim, the door is open here for the Trojans. First free throw good. This is Council. Every time it seems like it's needed, the Trojans need a big shot or a big play, it's been Council or Jones, and they have come in the clutch here for the Trojans, especially trying to rally in this one. Second free throw, that one good. Timeout taken on the floor. We're going to take the timeout with them and be back with more right after this on the ICC. Nope, not a timeout taken. They were just getting the substitution in. That's my bad.
93-85, Indians up by 8 with the ball. 2:45 left in the ball game.
The Indians going to back it back out now. Trying to find a way to hang on here. The Trojans not going quietly into the evening here. Drops it off. Robinson lost it for a second. He's going to travel.
He did.
Yep. And now the Trojans trying to go offense for defense on the substitutions in this sense, and they are going to get the sub in. ICC is going to answer with, nope, not going to answer with, yep, now they're going to answer with a sub of their own. Jim, I think it's one of those situations now if you're the Indians, you want to think about maybe putting the pedal to the metal again if you get it across, because we've seen the Indians bring it across but pull it back out when they've had some 2-on-2 opportunities to challenge the basket. And you see that sometimes where you kind of take your foot off the gas. You allow a team to get back in this one.
You get out of rhythm a little bit.
That shot's no good. Offensive rebound. Putback was no good, and the Indians come away with the loose ball. There's a mugging going on. And then there's a tackle at midcourt and a foul called on the Trojans. We still got 2 minutes and 8 seconds to play. And guess who's back out there? The towel boy.
He's back out there. If there's a player of the game, I'm thinking about him, really.
I'm with you on that one, Mr. Jim. That or Raphael Henry. He's been standing up the whole night.
Give Raphael credit, yes.
Raphael running camera for us tonight. Lee Adams updating Twitter as well as taking photos. And this is Rock Robinson heading to the free throw line here. Indians need to knock these down. The first one's left short, though. 2:08 left to play. The door has still got a crack in it here for the Trojans. Second free throw, nice job by Rock, getting back and knocking that one down. 94-85, ICC with the lead. Coming up on 2 minutes of play in this one. Trojans with the basketball, wanting to go to work here. Council driving inside. His layup is good. The Indians get this one across. They lose it for a second. They're able to get it back, and now they're going to back it back out here and try to work some clock. Trojans not going to foul here. Coach wants to try to play straight-up defense in this situation. See if he can force a turnover or a missed shot. Behind the back jumper. Yes! That could be the nail in the coffin there for the Indians. As ICC takes the timeout, we are going to take that timeout this time. Back with more right after this.
So when are you going to give me back for the pizza? Oh, personal foul.
Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make a successful handoff when you transfer funds to friends and family with Zelle and the Renaissance mobile app. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Make the right call for 24/7 roadside assistance and sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking today.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You see the ICC student section trying to get the wave going again. My boy Big Fitty down there.
He's disappointed. He's supporting him right now.
Yeah, I'm saying he was the one getting it fired up. And just the student section to his left would not get it going. So now he's pointing across the court, seeing if they can get it going over there. 96-87, a minute 24 to go in this one. ICC with the lead. We invite you to stay tuned for the Renaissance Bank post-game report. We'll have a breakdown of our stats and final thoughts on the evening here as ICC trying to go 2-0 on the night. Three-pointer, that's off the mark, no good. We've got a foul on the rebound. And apparently it's going to go against the Indians. I'm echoing your thoughts there, Jim.
Well, it must have been underneath. And I'm waiting for the towel guy to come out, but he didn't come out this time. I'm lost for words. Where is he?
He's probably tired.
He is fatigued.
As that first free throw is up, in and good for Foster.
We got to get his name. He's been great.
We'll make a point to get that for our next broadcast. That'll be next week. Yep. Because the Indians will be on the road Thursday at Huntington and Alabama. And this one's still in doubt here. ICC needs to get a solid hold on the basketball.
ICC with a 7-point lead, a minute left in the ball game.
Just get it across before the 10-second violation. Lee, count it! Well, when the Indians have needed a big basket tonight or a big play, Josh Lee has been the one to come up with it, and that's a big one there, and a chance to push the lead back out to 10.
50 seconds left in the ball game, Adam.
That could last an eternity here, Jim.
Hey, we're winning. We're excited. Let's keep it rolling. Nice.
And he does complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way there. And the Indians trying to come out, add a little bit of pressure there. They do force the turnover. And the student section trying to get the wave going one more time here as some of the other fans starting to head for the door. ICC is going to hang on and win a wild one. And now the fans asking for him to get it over 100 here. Well, they will have to take a shot before this one is final. And they do get it around in this situation. Inside they go. Lee with it. No. Rock, no. The ball out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Indians.
He gave it to Delta.
Oh, no, they're going to give it to Delta. Okay, then.
24 seconds. Indians up by 10. Delta has the ball 99-89.
And so Indians coming up to force Delta to pick up the basketball and go the full length of the floor with the clock running. Shot clock is off here. Quick three-pointer on its way. No. Rebound to the Trojans. Drop it off inside, and nice finish to the contest there as Jones gets the dunk. A timeout's going to be taken here by the Trojans. And we're going to keep it here, Jim, since we just went to a break, and we can go ahead and start talking about our Renaissance Bank postgame report here. ICC is going to hang on to win this one with only 12 seconds left. This has been a wild ball game.
Wild ball game, long ball game, but it's a good ball game. Found out a lot about our team tonight. Can play a lot of players, 10 or 11 men deep. Freshmen stepped up and played outstanding defense. Give Brent Pate and his staff credit there. Defense led to some easy baskets, and that's why we're probably going to win tonight up by 8 with 12 seconds left.
And something else we also got to give credit to is that amazing student section taking up
no doubt.
One full lower level to our left. A lot of them spilling over on the right side of the floor as well. When you get that kind of support, it's a lot easier to play at home, especially when you get a big crowd behind you.
And it's exciting basketball. We've won 2 tonight. Our ladies and our men, they'll be back.
Lady Indians win 72-40 over Columbia State in the first game. ICC, if the officials will put the ball in play
Give him the
here.
ball. I think he's waiting on the guy with our towel man has not been out there in the last couple minutes.
I don't know what we're waiting on.
I don't either.
Maybe they're getting paid by the hour. They're trying to get to that 10 o'clock hour.
they might make it.
Jim, they added a half a second to the clock.
You know, that was very important to do that for the last 10 minutes of us waiting on this.
So the Indians get it across midcourt. Delta will not foul in this situation.
Surely they won't.
Or they are, but they're just not.
He
they're
did
go
call
inside. Or they?
No, they didn't. They let it go.
Didn't call it. And ICC had a chance to hit the easy uncontested layup to go over 100, but they did not. And the Indians will win this one by the final score of 99-91. We're going to take a break, hear a few words from our sponsors, come back and look at some stats, and wrap things up here from Fulton. Indians win it 99-91.
If this just cost a little bit less.
Let's take a look at that with the Renaissance replay. Make the right call with over 400,000 shopping discounts right from the Renaissance Rewards Extra checking app.
Might be a little while before I get to the bank.
That's an incomplete pass. Let's give it a Renaissance replay. Renaissance Mobile Check Deposit. Make the right call and open an account with Renaissance today.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Renaissance Bank postgame report. We're going to take a look at some highlights from tonight's win. Indians win their opening game of the season 99-91 over Mississippi Delta. And, Jim, we talked about it a little bit. The Indians fell behind as much as 12 in that first half, came back to lead at halftime, built as much as a 18-point lead, saw that cut down to about 8 a couple of times in the final moments of the game, but they're able to hold on and win it. And that was just a wild, wild night.
A lot of offense, 99-91, but very impressed with our pressure defense. Adam, we were missing some shots from deep earlier in the game, and we started driving to the basket early in the second half, got us the lead, and never relinquished the lead. Great job by the Indians.
Well, I know you got some of those stats right there in front of you. We're waiting to try to get some more stats from Sam. He said unofficially 50-plus fouls in the contest. And
I believe it.
We're going to try to see how many free throws we're taking tonight as well. But I know you got some of those scoring numbers for us.
I do. And Chris Minton had 5 points. Josh Lee had 13. Kobe Harris had a great second half. He had 15. Jamari Marshall had 15 points second half, ended with 17. George Marshall had a good second half, had 12. Pearson had 8. Jaden Webb, the big center, had 11. Rock Robinson had a solid game, had 13. Eddie Page, the other center, had 8. For the Delta Trojans, leading them tonight, Jerron Jones, outstanding player from Chicago, Illinois, had 23. Also, Nicholas Council had 19 points second half. He only had 2 first half. He had 21. Vance had 14. Hampton had 2. Jennings had 3. Richard Jackson had 11. Duxford had 3. And Jeremiah Foster, a good player underneath, had 12. Final score was ICC 91, Mississippi Delta 99-91. ICC wins the ball game.
Lady Indians picked up a 72-40 win what seems like 3 days ago over Columbia State to start the afternoon. And, Jim, we talked about it. Rare doubleheader here at home. Amazing crowd came out tonight.
Great crowd.
And got 2 big wins tonight. So a great day to be an Indian.
No doubt a great day to be an Indian. Let me repeat again. You're still a young man. This is your 3,000th athletic broadcast. You've done a variety of sports. Super job, Adam. Proud to be with you and glad to start out 2-0 for ICC here.
Absolutely. We do want to remind you that ICC will be on the road Thursdays. They'll travel to Alabama to take on Huntington JV, and that'll be Thursday night. Then we'll start breaking up our games after that. We'll have a game on Monday night, Tuesday night. So we'll go back to those single games, as this will be the last year that we do the home and away split for basketball games. And I tell you what, I want to start working out again to get back into game day shape for these basketball doubleheaders. Jim, I appreciate your time tonight. I know it's a lot later than we thought it was, but hey, I'll do it every time if ICC comes away with a couple
No doubt
wins.
about it. Glad to be with you, Adam. Great to support ICC, and with 2 wins, it's fun.
Well, that's going to do it here from Fulton. Lady Indians win it 72-40 over Columbia State. ICC finishes off the nightcap with a thrilling 99-91 win over Mississippi Delta. So for Mr. Jim Ingram, Raphael Henry, Lee Adams, I'm Adam Gore saying so long from Fulton. We'll see you next week right back here on the ICC Sports Network.
Ooh, fumble. Let's give her a Renaissance replay. Make the right call with Renaissance and get cell phone protection with Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking. Sign up today.
$5 for my own money?
That's a bad call. Let's give him a Renaissance replay. Sign up for Renaissance Rewards Extra Checking with ATM refunds today.
This broadcast is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars in Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, Davis Ford, First American National Bank, TM Realtor Agent Ricky Murphy, Max Home, the ICC Baptist Student Union, Cagle Eye Center, Bank Okolona, Sam's Town Market in Mantachie, State Farm Insurance Agent Brandon Poland, the ICC Wesley Foundation, the ICC Foundation and Alumni Association, and donations to the Sports Information Indian Club from viewers like you.